Hi, this is just kind of a quick update. It feels kind of weird saying this so soon after I just started releasing my Costa Rica videos, but that was actually 2 years ago that I went there and filmed those. So somewhere in here I'll get faster at editing, I hope. But I'm going on another trip this summer. Probably the last one for a fair while, unless these can start to make me income somewhere in here. Still a ways to go on that. But I announce all this to say, are there any interesting plants in these areas, ones I should keep an eye out for, that would be interesting to learn about? The itinerary my wife and I have is in Asia, mainly in Southeast Asia. So we're starting in Java, Indonesia, close to Jakarta, and from there flying up to Singapore, and then kind of road tripping in a sense up the Malay Peninsula up to Bangkok. A bit of a whirlwind there, but and from there going to Osaka in Japan, and then home to Canada. So kind of doing more of a mix of urban areas, also with a few national parks and some, semi-wild forest and other sorts of areas like that. Also visiting friends in there as well, so it's not going to be just making videos or anything, but locations are already fairly set there. But plants, I would love to know if there were any more suggestions. I already have quite a long list of plants I'm keeping an eye out for. It's, I don't know, something ridiculous like 168 plants or something like that. I definitely can't make that many videos. That would last me like 14 years if I kept releasing it once a month, hoping to get a little faster on that release schedule soon. But no, I'd be over the moon if I could make 15 videos. But all that to say, I know there's also a lot of plants there that just aren't on my radar yet, that I'm not aware of, whether they're interesting for historical or practical or scientific reasons, or even just for a taste test. Like, I'd love to hear thoughts on those. So stay tuned. I will be posting updates on my Instagram once in a while. I will try. But I'll be continuing to release my Costa Rica videos throughout this trip as well. I still have, like 5 to 9? I give a range because I'm not completely sure. There's a few that I'm planning might get combined into one, and then two of them that two of my favorite videos that I filmed there, and one of them possibly my favorite video I had actually made, or filmed anyway. We filmed them, came home to Canada, and then I realized the camera had been out of focus almost the whole time. That was quite the bummer. So not sure yet whether those will get released or what, but still figuring that out. But even with those, or even without those, there's still quite a few I'm going to be releasing yet. Another announcement though, on a less regrettable note, I just actually had my first video to pass 10,000 views, the Osa Peninsula one. That one's doing quite well. And I also just passed 1,000 subscribers a few months ago. Actually, I think it's closer to 1,200 now, something like that. So thank you to all of you who let me ramble to you about plants without even requiring a bribe. All the comments and the shares and everything, I really do appreciate it. And it is a fun hobby getting to just talk about your interests to people. A lot of work, but a lot of fun. So thank you. But anyway, that's all I had to say. If you have any plant suggestions, I'll be glad to hear them. Other thoughts or suggestions as well. But anyway, yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.